Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. So here we have the questions that we have to solve. The first question, obviously you can see question 1 has pretty good marks, which is 26 marks. You have to make sure that you get almost all of it. So let's go to first question 1. Let's do 1.1, 1.1.1, right? As you can see there, it is 1.1.1. It's solve for x. We are given that x minus 15, we can use 3 and 5, right? We can use 3 and 5. So we can say x plus 5, x minus 3. Like I said, the bigger one has to take the sign of the middle of b. The sign of b is equals to 0. Therefore, x is equals to minus 5, or x is equals to 3. So by just doing that, you got yourself 3 marks. You got yourself 3 marks. So let's go to 1.1.1, 1.1.2. So every time when you see leave your answer correct to decimal place, you know that you have to use the formula to solve this, because you won't be able to find this easily. Most of the time it's just decimals and all that, so you know that you have to use the standard formula, which is going to be x is equals to minus b plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac divided by 2a, right? So substituting from this, you can see that what is b? B is -1 minus into -1 plus or minus the square root of -1 squared minus 4. What is a? A is given by 5. C is given by -9 divided by 2 into 5. Right? So that's what we have. So you have to put that on your calculator. When you put that on your calculator, before we do that, let's just simplify it further and have like 1. This is going to be 1 plus or minus. Minus and minus is positive. Then we're going to have 1, which is 1 squared. Then when we do this, it's going to be plus 108. Right? Let me see. 4, 5, 9. Yeah, 20 times 9 is going to be 108 divided by 10, which is going to be, therefore, x is equals to 1 plus or minus 181 divided by 10. Then you can say, because they said you must leave it into 2 decimal place, if you compute this on your computer, you're going to get x is equals to 1.45, or x is equals to minus 1.25. Those are the answer for this. I hope you got that right. So we're going to move on to the next question, which is question 1.13. We have x squared less than or equals to 3x. To simplify this, we're going to have x minus 3x less than or equals to 0. Then we factorize x into x minus 3 less than or equals to 0. Then obviously our critical values there, we can see it's x0, cv x is equals to 0, or x is equals to negative positive 3, right? So this question, I like to draw a graph. I like to draw a graph where we have y, we have x, right? We know that this is positive y, this is negative y. In this case, we are saying it's negative. So this, it's a positive graph. Obviously, it's facing up. We have 0 and we have 3. So it's going to be something like this, right? So where is y negative? Where is y less than or equals to 0? It's from here going down here. That is why when you do that, you're going to say x less than or equals to 0. Then you put 3. You cannot put 4, because when it's 4 here, maybe here it's positive. As you can see, it's positive, so this will be your answer, right? So most of the time when you are given this question, try by all means to draw the graph if you can. Then this is the answer, or you can write it in terms of the domain x0, 3, and pay attention to the brackets that I use is here. It's not x is an element of 0 and 3. It's not the same. So if you're gonna do this, or just do this to make things simple for yourself. Then we move further to, let me take this here. Then we solve 1.2. 1.2, they say solve for a. We are given a plus 64 divided by a is equals to 16. So to simplify this, just take 16 this side, or take a, then cross multiply by a. You're gonna have a squared when you multiply this, minus 16a plus 64 is equals to 0, right? So when you simplify this, you can see 8 times 8 is 64, minus 8 is minus 16. Then you're gonna have a minus 8 squared, or you can just a minus 8, a minus 8. So it's the same thing when you put a minus 8 squared. Then you can see that a is equals to 8, right? So that is for this question. A is equals to 8 when you simplify that. So they say hence. So every time, obviously, when they say hence, they mean that you're going to use whatever you got from this question, you are going to use it on this question somewhere, somehow. So hence solve for x, given that 2x plus 26x is equals to 16. So how can we make at least this be the same as this? So you're gonna have 2x plus, let's simplify this, 26 multiplied by 2 minus x, because this is the same as that. When you multiply the same base, you add the exponent, which is what is happening here, is equals to 16. 16 is fine, because here we had 16. We can have 16 here. No need to change that. So we're gonna take this as a. So we're gonna have 2x plus, so this can be written 2 to the exponent 6 is the same as 64 divided by 2x, because we are just changing the sign, 16. So if you look at this and you look at this, they are kind of the same. If you substitute 2a to be 2 to the exponent x to be a, then you're gonna have a and a, which is the same as that equation, is the same as this equation, right? So remember that a, what was our a was 8, so it means we're gonna say 2, it means we're gonna say 2 to the exponent x is equals to 8. This is because if you put a here, you're gonna have the same equation as this. If you put a, that's why we say 2x, 2 to the exponent x is equals to 8, because that's what we found here. Hence we do that. Then we're gonna have this, so you just simplify this. So you can write from, you have to write from which equation? From 1.2.1. Then after that, what you do, you just have to say 2 to the exponent x is equals to 2 to the exponent 3. Therefore, x is equals to 3. We were asked to calculate x, so that is what you would have done to get your 3 marks. Then we are done with that. So let's move to the another question, 1.3, which is kind of interesting when you look at it. So for 1.3, they say without using a calculator, calculate this, right? So we have the square root of 21102. I love this kind of questions, 21006, because they are simple, but when you look at them, you might find them like they look like they are difficult, but they are not. So when you are given this kind of a question, try to find the like term, try to find what is common at the bottom and at the top. So you can see we have 2. So first thing that we want to do, we want to factorize. Look at the common factor, then factorize. Then we're going to have the square root of, which is equals to the square root of, it's going to be 21002 into 1 plus 2 to the exponent 4 divide by 17 into 2998, right? So you continue with that. It's going to be 21002 into 17 divided by 17 into 2998. Don't forget this. Then you can see that this obviously will cancel out. This will cancel out. Then after that, we're going to have what? According to the rule, remember that the bases are the same. We can just subtract 1002 minus 998, which is going to give us 2 to the power 4. Then remember there's imaginary 2 here. Therefore, you can simplify this as 2. If you want to remove this, there's imaginary 2 that you can use. 4 divided by 2, which is going to be 2 to the power 2, which is equals to 4. So that is the answer of this question. You can put that on your calculator to confirm, on your Casio calculator to confirm if this is the correct answer. But remember, they want you to show this for you to get all the marks, right? So last question, obviously, it's always easy, simultaneous equation. So we're going to do simultaneous equation. So with simultaneous equation, what are we given? We are given the first equation and the second one. Looking at this one is the easiest to get y, right? So you can just say y is equals to 2x minus 2. Then you say this is equation 1. Then you have equation 2, you just leave it 1 over x minus 3y is equals to 1. This is equation 2. Then after that, to simplify this, substitute equation 1 into equation 2, right? Then from there, you just take this, you substitute it here. Then you're going to have 1 over x minus 3 into, where you see y, you just put that equation, 2x minus 2 is equals to 1. Then you can simplify that further. It's going to be 1 over x minus 6x plus 6 is equals to 1. Then 1 over x minus 6x then plus 5, right, is equals to 0. Then from there, you just have to simplify this. You can just have x divided by x minus 6x squared plus, this will be 1, sorry about that, 1 minus 6x squared plus 5x is equals to 0. Then we will have minus 6x squared plus 5x plus 5x. This will be 0 and you cross multiply, plus 1, right? Plus 1 is equals to 0. Obviously, we can just multiply by negative. Then we have 6x squared plus minus 5x minus 1 is equals to 0, right? Then to simplify this, we're going to have 6x into x is equals to 0. We want to have minus 5 here. If we want to have minus 5, we're going to have plus 1. Then the one with the bigger one has to take the minus sign. Then that's what we have. X is equals to minus 1 over 6, or x is equals to 1. Then after that, you take these values of x, you will have to substitute. You take this 2, you substitute onto this equation or even onto the first equation. So doing that, let's just do from the first equation. Then y is equals to, when you put 1 for this one, it's going to be 2 into 1 minus 2, which is equals to, it's going to be 0, right? It's going to be 0 for that one. Then we can do the last one, which is going to be y is equals to, let's put 1 over 6, 2 into minus 1 over 6 minus 2. This, when you simplify it, you're gonna get minus 7 over 3. Therefore y is equals to minus 7 over 3. So these are the answer. Then you have that, you have that. Thank you for joining me. Please don't forget to like the video and subscribe. Thank you.